Hello there. Today I'm going to show you how to transfer, backup and restore your virtual boxes. Okay, so this is a new install. This is my home folder. Okay, so this is a base install, as I said. I just upgraded my computer. In fact, I changed from Cinnamon to Mate. Okay, so if I type in a virtual box, I'll start typing it in, and I can see the virtual box. I've installed this. When I installed Mate, I backed up my home folder from Cinnamon. So all my files are backed up, they're nice and safe, but I need to import my virtual boxes now. So if I start up VirtualBox, I can see that I've got no virtual boxes associated with it. Now I've already shown you how to set up VirtualBox in a previous video. So if I X that off and then exit off. Okay, so as you can see, I don't have any virtual box files there. So if I go to my backup, go to backup, my latest backup, I can see that I've got a folder called VirtualBox VMs, and they are my virtual boxes that I've had set up and were using in my last install. So I just drag and drop this into my home folder, and once that's done, I press Ctrl H and look for the config folder, and inside the config folder I need to look for VirtualBox. Okay, there it is. Right, so pop back into my home folder, Ctrl H, again find config, there's the config folder, back to my backup, and I just drag VirtualBox into the config folder. Basically that's all it is. Okay, so let's XR off. And once I've done a little bit more updating, change the way it looks a little bit. Okay, so if I open my home folder now, you can see that I've got VirtualBox VMs, which we imported, we copied over from my backup. If we start, we'll look for VirtualBox, VIR, start VirtualBox. You can see that the virtual boxes are imported, and even this one was aborted when it was last shut down. So if we go to one of the virtual boxes, we can see that it starts up and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so that's one way to do it from a backup, and that's a file backup. I'm sure you know how to do that. Okay, so with virtual boxes, you can back them up separately. So this is another way to do it. If I click on File, then Export Application, and it's asking me which virtual machine, and it's the one I've just highlighted, XFCE 17. This is the place that it's going to be backed up to. Click Next, it tells you everything about it, minor details really I suppose, and click Export. Now this is going to take a little bit of time, and I won't bore you with that. Once you've exported it, you should see a file such as this. So as you can see, I generally back up quite a lot of mine, and I might want to go back to. So that's how to export one. So if I want to import one, let's do a different one this time. go to File, Import, and then it asks you which one to choose. So let's go to my backup drive, VMs, and then we'll look for an old one to backup. Oh well, why not just do XFCE15? Click Open, click Next. Shows you all the information about the drive. Click Import, and it starts to import. Okay, again, this could take a little while, but you know, it's quite honestly, it's not that long. Quite quick, to be honest, as you can see. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Okay, so that's imported, and you can see that the VirtualBox is available to use. Okay, so I double click on that. And it starts to load. There you go, and it's ready for you to log in. Okay, so that's another way. That's an import and export. And then, of course, we have snapshots. If we go to that one, that's the one I use at most. And we see that we've got 3 snapshots on that. None on that one. 1 on that one. 2 on that one. As you can see, I back them up to certain points, so if I make any mistakes, I can get back to where I started off. Okay, so it's this current state, so that's the state that it's in when you last shut it down. Okay, if I click on Snapshot, it brings up this interface. I'm going to put in Test Snapshot. Click OK, and it puts a snapshot in. So anything that I do after that, any changes I make after that, if I go back to that snapshot, it wipes all the changes. So say you wanted to add some software, but you weren't sure how it was going to work. Here we can see we've got 3 snapshots taken at different times, roughly a couple of weeks apart, I suppose. And here is an important one. So really the first one here is the base install, then when it's set up, and then the recover to here is what I want to keep. If I ever get any problems, go back to there. That's easy enough, isn't it? Right, so what if I wanted to go back to a snapshot? So what I would do, best thing to do is to delete the current state. Okay, so I right click on it and I can delete it. So I can restore, either instead of deleting it, I can restore it to a certain point, or I can delete that snapshot if I'm not happy with it. I've decided to change my mind. Okay, so you can remove snapshots or delete snapshots.